What's up, guys? It's your boy the Maple Woman. I am back for another video, and Blue Beetle is about to come out in like a month, a couple days, a couple weeks, something like that. But I put in the post community tab: are you gonna go see Blue Beetle, or are you not gonna go see Blue Beetle? And the people in my community tab, most of them said no, they're not gonna go see Blue Beetle. But let's talk about Blue Beetle. Don't really know much about him. I remember him in the Injustice game, Injustice 2, but don't really know much about this guy. Like, the design is cool, and yeah, that's all I know about him. But Blue Beetle is getting a movie in. Miguel Diaz from Cobra Kai. Now, I know him. He's man is a GOAT. The actor playing him does a really good job. So I want to support him because he's doing a good job. So I think I'm gonna go see Blue Beetle. I want to give it a chance. Because I don't want him to have a bad movie. I don't want to see him like have a bad L, because he's been doing good so far. Like, he's a young actor and stuff like that. I don't want to mess up his career. And I think it's gonna be a good movie. I'm not doing it just to show my support because I just want to show him support. I think the movie don't look terrible, but it don't look like we're seeing anything new from it. That's the thing. I don't think we see anything new from it. But let's get right into it. Let's go. Roll the intro. Superhero movies right now are not in a very good state. Even Marvel movies are doing pretty different numbers than they used to. It's been pretty bad. Marvel movies are still okay, but they aren't doing big numbers like they used to. DC movies have been bad and are still bad, and they've been worse actually recently. So let's start back in 2019. 2019 superhero movies was going crazy. I feel like everything you could put out superhero related, it just went crazy. Nothing flopped. I think everything in 2019 Marvel put out was like $1 billion. Every single movie. That's crazy. So Marvel just never missed on anything. And in 2018, they had Black Panther that had $1 billion, Avengers Infinity War that made $1 billion. Ant-Man didn't make $1 billion, but that movie was still fine. But then 2020 came. People act like this does not matter, but the pandemic, all of that does matter. That plays a very big part. People just really realize what is important in life, like movies and stuff. And the people was going to see nothing superhero movies. So people now deciding like, okay, it's time. Like, why are we wasting our time seeing these mid superhero movies? It's pointless. So now superhero movies after 2020 don't do good because people don't care about movies anymore. People don't care to go to movie theaters as much as they used to. It might go back to the way it was back in 2019 because it was getting super big to do it, but now it's not anymore. Movies are doing way lower numbers than they was before. Every single type of movie, everything. And I feel like all that stuff is just building up to all this writer strike stuff and Disney making less money, Pixar's flopping now. All of this has just been horrible. And this all plays a part into Blue Beetle because DC has been even worse than Marvel. Everything's been flopping. First of all, because they just make trash movies, and they all of this, just the pandemic, all that made it even worse. They never cared about their fans like that. They made trash movies, and they never chose to do the right thing, like give Batman a movie before you do Batman vs Superman. That makes no sense. We don't even know Batman like that, and you gonna make him with Superman already? The Suicide Squad was just a movie that we didn't even know half of the characters and stuff, but the Suicide Squad had to redeem it. And then the Justice League movie, they rushed because half of the Justice League members didn't even have a movie yet. So yes, these superhero movies just got to do better. It's been really bad recently, and this all just plays a part in the Blue Beetle because Blue Beetle is the next superhero movie after all these DC flops. Black Adam flopped, Shazam flopped, The Flash flopped, and they wanted The Flash to succeed. They really wanted Black Adam to succeed too. It was all supposed to succeed, and they all flopped. So Blue Beetle is the next to try to succeed. And now we're about to talk about Blue Beetle. How I feel about that. Blue Beetle. Okay, the trailer. For what we saw, the trailer, a kid's a kid character, teenager kid, whatever, has a family. A mysterious object comes in contact with the family and the teenager, and it connects with the teenager, and it gives him the powers of Blue Beetle. We've heard that superhero story so many times. We're tired of it. That's the main thing. We're tired of that type of origin. The thing mysteriously attracts to him. Then he's like, oh my gosh, what is this? What's going on? Then the mysterious thing becomes his friend because it could talk or do something like that. Then they work together at the end and they beat the boss. And the boss is usually the government or something or a trash villain. And it's like a copy version of the Blue Beetle. So it's going to be like a darker Blue Beetle or something like that. That's how all the first movies go. Some movies do not do that and are actually creative, but those movies where the main character say to the final boss, and the boss will say this, you are finished, and then Blue Beetle will be like, no, you're finished, or why don't you just give up? And then the Blue Beetle will be like, because I have a family that depends on me. Lines like that is like, I'm tired of it. I've heard it. I'm tired of hearing it. Like, that's why the Shazam trailer was super plain. That's why the Black Adam trailer was super plain. Because these same generic lines. I'm tired of hearing that same stuff. How many times can you hear a hero say that they care about their family? I don't care anymore. Then that's the first movie. And in the second movie, you might see their main rival villain. But Blue Beetle doesn't even have a rival villain that's super popular. We don't know anything about this guy. At least Shazam had Black Adam. That's the lowest you can go. But Blue Beetle has nothing. I don't know nothing about this guy. So that's the first thing. That's what the first movie looks like. That's basically it. The government group, the leader of the government group, Blue Beetle has to give up the thing, and then he's gonna say, no, I need to save it. And then the thing's gonna say, it's another Blue Beetle thing that came down to Earth, and the government has it. And then the main villain government leader is gonna transform into the evil Blue Beetle character, and then he's gonna fight with the regular Blue Beetle. And that's the movie, man. I'm not trying to just say I watched the trailer, that's what it is. No, I can guess that's what the story is gonna be about. That's how generic it sounds. And I didn't want to be rude to the movie, but I hate to say you're gonna see when actors say something like you're gonna see some new stuff. You're gonna see all of that. I don't want to be mean, but no, it's the same stuff we keep seeing. And they got George Lopez, so that's my guy, but no. I'm sorry, Blue Beetle, but you look just like all those other movies. But we're going to talk about the positives of Blue Beetle, what can come out of this movie, and how it may be able to save the DC universe. Okay, the positives of Blue Beetle. It's a small positives. The positives is this is connected to James Gunn's DC world. James Gunn said that Blue Beetle is going to be the first character to be a part of the DC world. So first of all, I don't think none of the Blue Beetle actors or Blue Beetle cast should be worried like we're never going to get another movie. You're good. You're good. James Gunn confirmed you're good. That's the first thing. It's like, okay, we ain't got to worry about that. We're coming back. For sure the main character. Like, he should be like, okay, I'm good. I'm going to be there. That's cool. Second thing, they have a good lead. The guy from Cobra Kai I believe in him. I really believe in him. He's going to be good. Like, because he's just so good in Cobra Kai, man. He's one of my favorite characters. Season 1 and 2, Miguel, incredible, man. Just go watch Cobra Kai, man. Amazing show. First watch Karate Kid, then watch Cobra Kai. Amazing show, man. And that's mainly it, though. Those are, like, the positives of it. Like, James Gunn will be a part of it a little bit. Like, he's saying, like, that's going to be the first DC movie. So, maybe he's going to help with this movie. Make it a little bit better. That's the main thing, though. I think Blue Beetle's going to be a decent movie. It's not going to be trash. That's the first thing for sure. It's not going to be terrible. It's going to be a little bit bland and generic like every other movie. But you can't say it's trash. You won't be able to say it's trash. It's just going to be just like all other movies. And the other movies are never trash. They're just normal. That's what Shazam 2 was not trash. It just was so bland. It was just like all those other origin movies. It was just like, why is every origin movie still copying Spider-Man 1? They're still copying Spider-Man 1, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired of them doing it. And Spider-Man 1 is still better than all of them. because they did it in such a way it was just beautiful. So I trust Blue Beetle. I trust it. Think I'm gonna go see it. I want to go see it because I want to show support. But DC, man, they just blowing it. They be blowing it, man. They're horrible. There's some trash. The Rock couldn't even save it. If The Rock couldn't save you, because I thought The Rock, that was gonna be the one. DC was gonna have The Rock save it. Because I don't care what fans were saying. They wanted to see Black Adam versus Superman. I remember all the fan art and all the discussion around that. And then they just switched. They switched. Maybe it was because those trailers were being so bland. But they switched super hard on The Rock. And I thought that was kind of messed up. Y'all wanted to see them fight each other. And y'all baited The Rock into believing y'all. And y'all tricked him again. That's the main. I get The Rock. He wanted to give the fans what they wanted. Because people act like he wanted to do what he wanted. No, that's what the fans wanted. And he just was listening to the fans. But they tricked him, man. So if The Rock couldn't save DC, I don't know what can. And I hope Blue Beetle does good. So tell me how y'all feel about it. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Anime Puma, peace.